Stay straight, you'll get a dart at the tops. You may get 2 at the 10s. Oh, that was a bit dodgy, and he knows that he caught the flight on the way in. That could have gone wrong very quick. Instead, it goes right very quick. Louis Williams didn't land a blow yesterday when he took on Jack Mail.
65 can be awkward, and it may be very awkward.
137.
With Mail right on his shoulder. He leads a single to double combination. Williams may only get a dart here, but he will get 2 at tops. Double 10, huge dart incoming. Huge find for Louis Williams. And the first game of the day, it's in keeping with the story of yesterday.
2 match darts, but he may be getting the 2 points. 2 points. That would move him a big step closer to Saturday.
It's a dart of the ball. Williams tentatively looks on, 55. And he is going to return for 3 more in his hand at 32.
Louis requires 32.
A moment in the making of both players' days. The winner piles the pressure on. The loser has it all to do. It's double 8. It's Williams who wins. Gets over the line in what was at times a bit of a struggle. But it's a huge victory which puts him in the mix. For Jack Mail, his chances aren't over, but it's a lot of work to do. Yes, it's a W for Louis. A real sign of respect between two 22-year-olds who are very much on a journey in the sport. Williams, Victor there. Both players won't be pleased with the numbers they posted in, but Williams will be happy enough with the win. Coming up after the break, Derek Coulson up against Alex Small. Would have been to level this game up.
Derek, you require 160.
Oh, yeah, to see a ton topper so far today. We've not really had one threatened. But can Coulson change that matter on tops? Oh, that's sumptuous for Derek Coulson. A 160 out to make it 3-1. Stake from Derek Coulson. And it allows Alex Small one final reprieve. But he hasn't taken it. And you don't expect Coulson to pass this opportunity by. And he won't pass it by. Coulson picks the points up. He beats Alex Small by 4 legs to 1. Real good performance that from Derek Coulson, continuing in the vein that he left off in yesterday. An average of 95.8. That 160 when Small was threatening to take the game back to 2-2. And then he continued on from there. A 4-1 victory then for the World Seniors star. Coming up after the break, it is the top 2 in the table at the beginning of the day going toe-to-toe. Danny Jansen up against Darren Armstrong. A win for Jansen moves him to 8 points. A win for Armstrong puts him on 10. As big an achievement, if not a greater achievement, than winning a Challenge Tour event. I mean, you consider that there was 350 plus in the fields for those particular tournaments as well. As Armstrong looks for 88 to take the opening leg against Fro. Double 7. Is pinned. There's a 15 dart break for Darren Armstrong. He leads 1-0. And actually, since the Williams Mail game, which is a little bit of a slugfest, if there's any glimmer of a hope for Darren, is the fact that Danny is free from 16 when it's come to the doubling in this game. But he makes no mistake that time. And it is a huge win for Danny Jansen. It means that we have co-leaders at the top of the group. Armstrong restricted to 8 points. Jansen moves on to 8 points. That the tail of the tape from that one. Coming up after the break, it is the bottom 2 in the table going toe-to-toe. Small and Mail can move within themselves and to 2 points at the top of the pile. Well, I'll see you after the break.
Event that replicates the old News of the World format, that best of 3.
120.
Well, that was
24.
4-1 to Derek Coulson, who will be a player you expect to really play himself into this group.
Game shot the
but Jack Mail
Mail
is looking to get himself into the group, looking to go from towards the bottom to in contention.
It's 57 for
Game shot on the
28,
fourth
and Small
leg.
gets a leg on the board.
Alex Small.
He stares in the soul of the board.
Fifth leg is 19.
Squares himself up for double 14. Is Alex's favourite double?
Well, he's got a chance to beat him with his favourite. 3 darts in hand
Required 28.
to keep himself in with a chance.
Game
And double
shot
14
and the
is found for
match.
Jack Mail. A
Jack
4-2
Mail.
victory against Alex Small. It means he moves on to 6 points in the group and means he's a couple of points off the players at the top of the pile. That's the tail of the tape. We're going to take a break. Williams Armstrong next.
No
And it
score.
could be curtains.
Darren, it requires
Not just
16.
in this game, but in terms of qualification for Louis Williams. Because
Game
Darren
shot
Armstrong
and the match.
finds the double eight,
Darren
and that
Armstrong.
might be the game that ends it for Louis Williams. But for Darren Armstrong, he moves on to 10 points. He is now 4 clear of the rest of the pack at the top of the table. So Armstrong beats Williams by 4 legs to 1. Janssen has got the opportunity to join him there against Derek Coulson after this short break.
Touch, provided Derek cannot land a haymaker blow. He should get a dart. He gets a dart.
80.
But he couldn't pin the tops. And is that the only chance he
Danny
gets?
require 48.
Janssen back for 48. Double 16.
Game
To claim
shot
a
and the match.
huge 2
Danny
points.
Janssen.
It moves him level with Darren Armstrong at the top of the table. It means Derek Coulson has got a lot of work to do. The top 2 are in a very, very good position now. 98-74, 4 from 9 on the doubles. And once again, Derek Coulson has been hit by a big, big performance. Coming up after this, Darren Armstrong up against Alex Small.
Darren, it require 84.
84 for Armstrong to take out this opening leg. Be 19 a bull. It's going to be the bullseye. It's going to be
Game shot
1-0
the first
Armstrong.
leg.
Good
Darren
recovery
Armstrong.
from the first dart straight into the 555 to pin the bullseye and to lead by a leg to
Alex
nil. Armstrong's in
first.
front.
4. Darren, it require 124.
It's been a game he's had full control of from the very first dart. But Alec should get his
56.
first
Alec
dart
requires
at a
68.
double at the end of this 68. Tops
28. Darren, it requires 68.
don't go, and so Armstrong returns for the match and a 4-0 win. It's 2 in his hand at 2 fours
Game
for a
shot
4-0
and
win,
match.
and Darren
Darren
Armstrong
Armstrong.
is almost there. It's not quite confirmed as of yet, but it's not far away, you sense now, his qualification through to the finals on Saturday evening. That the tail of the tape then from that particular encounter. Mel v Coulson is up next.
Will he
Derek,
get
it
3? Will he get
requires
6?
76.
He should get a match dart. He's going to get 2.
Game shot
And he
and the
finds
match.
it. And
Derek
he's still in the mix,
Coulson.
Derek Coulson. That probably ends it now for Jack Mail. It was a good campaign, but it looks like it's going to be one that ends on Friday. Coulson, 95-27, 4 from 8, 81 high checkout. He found himself behind in the game. He was actually struggling, wasn't he, after the first couple of legs? But then he put in a real spurt towards the line. A couple of 14 darters, chief amongst that as well. We're going to take a short break. When we return, huge game. Danny Janssen against Louis Williams. We're going to find out so much about the table after this. Point.
Danny require 83.
It appears to be. And this isn't a guy you want to be playing
shot on the
when
second
you're
leg.
feeling a
Danny
little bit
Janssen.
separated from.
Filtering his way through the course of the day in the referee's position.
100. Danny requires 65.
65 for the match. Tops of the match. And Tops to
Game
put him on the
shot and
cusp.
match.
Janssen's almost
Danny
there.
Janssen.
For Louis Williams, that just felt like one game too many. He's had a week where he's had to take a lot of blows. And it just feels like The pain of those defeats is just beginning to get to him there. For Janssen, 92.5 the average, 2 180s, 4 from 7 on the doubles, and 83 out. And the best bit about that performance of Danny Janssen was it was 92.5, but he didn't feel 92.5. Coming up after the break, Mail against Armstrong.
League will return to put himself a leg away, not just from this match,
99.
but from guaranteed qualification.
2-2. Madhouse.
Game shot on the fourth.
And Armstrong is a leg away. To take us the distance.
No score.
No. It doesn't go for Jack Mail. And so Darren Armstrong now has 2 darts at tops. And Darren Armstrong qualifies for Saturday night on his debut. He has been ultra consistent and ultra strong for the last 5 days. And he has got his Just Awards. He gets the better of Jack Mail by 4 legs to 2, averaging just a shade under 80, 4 from 11 on the doubles. Armstrong is in to tomorrow night's final. Danny Janssen can join him if he can beat Alex Small after this short break.
You require 96.
He's going to get to a double 18.
Something we don't see very often here from Alex Small, just taking a bit of time.
Game shot on the second leg. Alex Small.
You knew after the last leg we just saw that was going to go in first up.
Whom we gave the big build-up to because of his reputation, because of what he's achieved already this year. And if Danny Janssen can pin this tops, he will qualify for Saturday night on his debut. The man top of the Challenge Tour Order of Merit is the Super Series Maestro as well. The Mullet makes it through. He beats Alex Small by 4 legs to 2, and he is a fairly happy man about what he's achieved. So we know who's going to be in, we know who's going to be out. And for the rest of the session, we're shaking all about it. It's a salute to the camera for Danny Janssen. He knows he is there. He is through to Saturday night. And the man top of the Challenge Tour Order of Merit is hoping to reach the Super Series Summit as well. And so for Derek Coulson, the next couple of games will be about finishing on a high. And that's going to be the same case for Louis Williams after this short break. A chance that Coulson cannot take.
Louis require 106.
Wow. I was literally ready for the wrap there. And all of a sudden, Louis Williams, out of nowhere, could steal.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Louis
Williams finds a 106. A bit of class there. So back we go to 3-2. Just to tell you what's happening next week here at the Super Series. Group A was David Cameron, John Michael, Jim McEwen, Michael Huntley, Ivo Lixmer and Bradley Roos in action in Group A.
81.
Group C is going to watch the exciting 17-year-old talent Jensen Walker in action alongside Alan Norris and Shane Hayward. And Group B, a player that you fancy the chances very highly of, Jeff Smith alongside Andy Hamilton and Tommy Morris in a very high-octane Group B.
Been waiting for Jeff Smith ever since the possibility of him losing that tour card. I said, this is a guy who will come to the Super Series and do bits. And I'm delighted to be on next week when Jeff Smith's going to be here. So we can see it all unfold in a front row seat.
9:30 on the Super Series YouTube channel for that. Don't forget, though, that this week we're still only halfway through knowing who's going to make it through to the finals. We'll have one more session tonight at 10. And then tomorrow, final
60.
will begin at 7:30 on the Super Series YouTube channel. Well, this would be the textbook leg to win the match. 4 tons already for Derek Coulson in this leg, and he leads 101 after 12.
100.
Very rare thing in
Required
darts, the
101.
5-ton leg. You'd think it'd happen a lot more often. We might see it.
We will see
Game
it.
shot and the match.
And Derek
Derek
Coulson picks the
Coulson.
points up. He wins that particular battle, but he isn't going to win the raging war towards qualification through to tomorrow night's final. Well, Louis Williams gave his glimmers, a 106 checkout, but it is Coulson who picks up the victory. So solid, so good. An 86.33 average, including that 5-ton leg, which probably epitomises him to a certain extent. 1 round to go. It kicks off with Janssen Mail after this short break. Lead. Bends the wire with the first.
Game shot
Finds
the
it with the
fourth leg.
second.
Jack Mail.
And is Jack going to at least end with a sizable victory of note?
Verdict.
Well, that's just a glimpse of his talent. He finished yesterday strongly, didn't he? He averaged 95.43 against Louis Williams. He's averaging just under 93 here. And just for a second, it looked like he was about to finish in perfect
100.
style.
$60.
Good standard. Good game. Jack Mayo will probably get more frustrated by this, thinking, where has this been all day? If this turned up a bit sooner, it'd have still been in the running.
140. Jack, you require 81.
Well, for an 11 dart leg potentially to get the game done, it's 2 12s. And Jack Mel ends with a win. The maestro was the master of the mullet. He wins by 4 legs to 1. And on both days, he has ended so well. That was a real good game. Have a look at the averages there. 94.79 Janssen, 94.52 for Jack Mail. Janssen, well, the undoing was on the doubles, 1 from 6. Jack Mail, 4 from 8, finishing off with a 12 dart leg in the end. And so Darren Armstrong and Derek Coulson will tango on the hockey after this. Tops. He thought it was in, and now he has to make the traverse round the stage and go again.
This surely goes.
80. Darren, it requires 75. Game shot on the
Double
fourth
top
leg.
for Darren to square up at
Armstrong.
2-2. Good quality contest, this.
For the debutants. Derek Coulson,
95.
also a debutant here at the Super Series, as we look to bring you a wide variety of darting talent from around the world.
43.
He was statistically the best player yesterday, according to the averages, and today 3 times over that 90 average mark, twice in the 95s. You could feel a little bit hard done by, could Derek Coulson, who was only gone down in
97.
a
Darren, it requires
4-3.
108. Game shot in the first leg.
For
Darren
Armstrong, your Group C winner.
87.
And when he comes back, he's going to have 2 in his hand. He is human. He did miss a big number.
105. Derek, you require 43.
43 for the win. It's down to go up.
Game
And
shot
Coulson's
and the
campaign
match.
will end on the
Derek
up.
Coulson.
Darren Armstrong will be back tomorrow night and he will be a lively contender to pick up the trophy. But Derek Coulson has had a fantastic debut. DC, well, it wasn't a comical performance. He was actually a bit of a hero at the Super Series. 94.56 the average. 4 for mate on the doubles, and he is going to be a real contender at the World Seniors Champion of Champions qualifier over the course of the weekend. Look out for the name of Derek Coulson over the next few weeks or so. Coming up after the break, our last game of the session, Louis Williams against Alex Moore. Two 12s for the game, for the win.
85.
Doesn't go this time.
This time, because there will be another time. There may be plenty more time. There'll be 2 more times.
Lily required 12.
Tick it over the line. Double free. He may think about having a think here.
No score.
Yeah, he certainly was thinking about thinking there, wasn't he, Henry? Yeah. Busts the score. Takes him back to double 6. This time to get over the line.
12.
Double 6.
Game shot and the match.
It's a win for
Louis
Williams to end his campaign. 4-3, he beats Alex Small. The group ends the way it started. Louis Williams winning. It wasn't a classic, but Williams wins. We're going to take a short break. When we return, we're going to chat to Darren Armstrong on the balcony. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where we are joined by Darren Armstrong, the man that was the man to beat ultimately in the end in Group C. Darren, many congratulations. Debut here at the Live Lounge into Saturday night. Just sum up your emotions right now.
Well, you know, when I first came into it on Monday, I was kind of, you know, you all go through this similar kind of emotion where you just want to do all right. You don't want to make you want to do all right, basically. And then I always feel like I can play at this level against people, but you never know when you're up against on the lights. You never know, do you?
Did the first couple of days give you real confidence, particularly on the Monday?
Yeah. I think obviously the guys that I was playing with and in the back room, you know, I knew of quite a few of them. I knew all of them, basically, apart from Carlo. So when I was in the back room, I felt really comfortable, and Andy, you know, and Louis and all them, I knew them all, so I felt like I could just play my darts, but I never knew what I was going to do when you're under the lights, to be honest. But I was confident that I could do all right.
Well, Matt, you've been watching Darren all week. What would be your overall assessment?
I thought it was really good. I've really enjoyed watching it. He looked very consistent, very solid. But for me, I just wanted to pick up on what you mentioned there about you've always felt like you could compete in this sort of environment with these players. Was there a defining moment for you that made you think I can now go and compete? That means I can play at that level.
Yeah, I think when I played Connor first, and I wasn't under. To be honest, I've not felt really nervous all week. A couple of moments in games, which you know, but I've never felt really nervous. And when I played Connor, and he had over 100 average against me, that settled me actually. I thought, you know, that's let's just play. And then, fortunately enough, I was able to beat Carlo the next game, and then that was it. I thought, I've done it, felt it under the lights, under the cameras, blah blah blah, and I thought I'll be all right here. Like, that's what I thought.
Oh, absolutely.
And
The darts, the point, Wednesday. Just talk us through that.
well, I put new points in my darts to come down here. I thought I'll put some fresh ones in. We'll see how it goes, and same point, same length, same everything. And I put new points in my spare darts, which were Gary Anderson ones, and I put extra long ones in there just because I thought if I get a little bit bored or I get a little bit want to change, I'll just use them ones.
Do you ever change the equipment much, or are they
Not really.
stuck with you for quite some time?
I've played. I always played with the Gary Anderson ones, and the Van Gerwen ones are my son's actually, and I left them at work one day, and I was playing online. I left mine at work, and I was playing online, so I just picked them up, and I played really well, and I thought these feel all right. So I played the next day with them, and I've kept them ever since. Really,
Did it feel different on Wednesday than getting a new set out of the pack?
Well, obviously when I snapped the first point, I thought, well, I'm quite comfortable playing with the Gary Anderson ones, but there were longer points. And then it snapped again, and then it was like, hey, here we go. So,
But new darts.
New darts,
but not a different change of fortunes. That was a very, very good Group C campaign.
I felt good. I felt when I came with the new darts, they're a little bit heavier, but I was comfortable with them because they're the same length, and everything felt all right in my hand. And I felt, for the first 2 or 3 days, I felt like I was kind of lobbing a little bit, and I wasn't throwing hard enough and fast enough as I normally do. So, which is great because you can watch back and you can see. You know, I've never watched myself back, and I never knew I was a lobber, so to speak. So when I got these heavier ones, I thought you're just going to have to throw them, and throw them with a bit more conviction. And throw, and that's how it went, really. Felt all right.
And into tomorrow night's final on debut in front of a crowd. I bet you're looking forward to that now, aren't you?
I mean, at the start of the week, you just want to do all right. But always in the back of my mind, get to Saturday. If I can get to Saturday, that'll be awesome. And getting to Saturday, it's a dream come true, really, for me.
Into Saturday you go. Darren, many congratulations. We'll see you on Saturday. We'll just keep you there for a second, Darren, as you have a look at the table and confirm your place into the final alongside Danny Jansen in second. Derek Coulson just missing out on third spot. And just a couple of thoughts and reflections on him, Matt, because for a debut campaign, he was absolutely excellent.
I think this has been a really entertaining group, and Danny Jansen, rightly so, the player that's gone through, but Derek Coulson, absolutely fantastic from him. Really looking forward to seeing a bit more from him. I'm going to be keeping my eye on him all weekend. He's going up to Reading now to take part in those Seniors Tour events. He was a player I think could be a little bit unfortunate. He didn't have a bad game. All 10 games he was rock solid, and I think he'll be a little unfortunate not to be in, but he may go up to the Seniors Tour now, and that might be where he gets his rewards.
I'm sure we'll see Derek Coulson back here again soon. So that is the table. Let's have a look then and see how the tournament bracket pans out, because we now can confirm half of the field through to the final tomorrow evening. Conor Heenahan qualified through Group A on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. Darren Armstrong's name is lit up as the winner of Group C alongside Danny Jansen. And free from Andy Bolton, Justin Smith, Carlo Vampire, Mike Norton and Lee Cox will be there later on this evening. And we, Matt, will be back for that a little bit later on.
Looking forward to tonight. I think the 3 players at the top of that graphic are probably the 3 that are going to get through as well.
You going to be having a watch, or are you just going to have a chilled out night tonight?
No, I'll be watching. I'll go for some food, and I'll be definitely watching, definitely tuning in.
See you tomorrow. I'll see you later on tonight. Thank you very much for your company as ever. We'll be back from 10 o'clock on the Super Series YouTube channel for the finale of Group B. But as far as Group C was concerned, well, Darren was the strongest man of the lot. We'll see you later on tonight.